Hey guys, Simon Hyam here from Bilheim Marine. I'm just doing a boat test for a customer who we have recovered from Liverpool because their boat had been filled with diesel inadvertently. Oop. We've all done it. And now we're at Rib Ride in the beautiful Port Daniel at Menai Bridge. And we're just going to do a water test to make sure that the boat is all good. Here she is, Finmaster 6, 200 horse Yam with fresh fuel in her. So this is the fun bit of the job. Let's get the boat test underway. I'm just at Port Daniel Boatyard in Menai Bridge, and one of the things that is awesome here is an e-foil school called Foil Ride, run by the Rib Ride guys, and we supply the safety boat, and you want to see it. Oh my god, look at the size of this. It's a 6 meter inflatable boat. Just to give you an idea of size, perspective, I'm 6 foot tall. Look at the width of these tubes. Oh my god, it's an absolute tank of a boat. So this is sat on a Nicholson trailer, which we didn't supply, and the engine we didn't supply, but we did supply the boat, and I'm quite proud of it. Look at the size, look at the beam of that thing. She's a monster. So, yep, Tom from Rib Ride said, I want a big inflatable. How big can you make one? And I want it to be able to fit on 3 foils or 4 foils and people and kit and crew. And I think that's what this does. Pretty good. There's the foils up there. So yeah, if you fancy learning e-foiling, get yourself down and give them a go. Get really good reviews, and they're good guys, so yeah, they'll teach you well. Here we go, dropping down the slipway. What a beautiful day. Got Tim on the tractor. Say hello, Tim. So yeah, we're just going to drop the boat in the water, give her a test, a bit of a shakedown. Customer was complaining of the ICOM VHF not working properly as well, so we'll do a radio check while we're at it. Yeah, this is a nice day. This is the kind of day that I love my job. I wonder if he loves his job. So when you're being launched, like we're being launched here, what you're going to do is wait till the boat is far enough in the water to test the engine, which it is just about now. Tilt the engine down, not fully, just so it's in the water enough. Start the motor, make sure the motor is running and that we've got a steady stream of water from the telltale, which we do not yet. There we go, there it is. And then once we're comfortable that the engine's running, then we can let Tim know that he's good to cast off. We're good to cast off, Tim.
Are you running?
Yeah, we're running.
You're running?
Yeah, we're running. Telltale, everything. Do you want a bit of forward gear or? So, a little bit of forward gear just to keep a positive pressure that way. We're unclipped, so once we've done that, pop her in reverse and away we go. So that's how to get off a trailer when you're being launched by a very friendly neighbourhood Rib Ride captain. Right, let's get this boat tested. First of all, safety kit on, life jacket, VHF and kill cord. Kill cord on. Best place to put it for me is around your leg, and the best driving position, stand to or a high seat. That's pretty good. So here we are. Engine showing no faults, which is good news. We will do a radio check in a minute, but for now, let's test the motor, shall we? So, I love these, by the way, little spinners. Absolutely great. So we'll trim the engine down a bit. So that's full down. Full down is ideal to get your boat up and underway onto the plane. But we're still among moorings at the moment, so you cannot get onto the plane. You can't go anything above 6 knots around moorings. So just observing where everybody is, making sure that we're not getting in anybody's way and not causing a problem to anybody. We're just going to navigate around the moorings, have a little look at the beautiful Menai Bridge while I'm at it. This is home for me. I lived here for 6 or 7 years, and it is just one of the most beautiful places on the planet Earth. In fact, when the weather's like this, there is nowhere I'd rather be. It's that good. That's the Prince Madoc over there, the university vessel. Fantastic marine biology school, everything to do with marine college. Just at the back there, that's the Marine College. Menai Bridge has got all the amenities that you could look for. That is Dylan's restaurant there. Absolutely fantastic seafood, and from anything from seafood to chicken in a basket. And then just to the left of Dylan's, where the boats are, that is Port Daniel Boatyard, home to Rib Ride. That is a little old boat shop. So it was a boat builders. They used to build boats there. I couldn't get my words out then, sorry. Many moons ago. It's gone to rack and ruin now, but I did think it would be a great place to buy, just as like a little, there's a slipway inside that ruin, to just buy and have as a boathouse. You know, you could have it for long weekends and stuff like that. So yeah, here's the rest. That's Menai Villas, beautiful houses. There's the college. There's the pier. What a beautiful spot. So yeah, this is Menai Bridge. If you've never been, look it up. You'll thank me for it. Okay. Let's do the boat test. So, we're out away from all the moorings. We're in open water with no speed limit. So, we'll just, with the engine trimmed fully down, we'll inch the speed up a little bit at a time until she gets onto the plane. See what I'm doing? Inch the speed up a little bit at a time until she gets onto the plane. And I'm just bracing off here just to add a little bit more acceleration. And you can do that really reliably. If you just hold like that, then you can sometimes go too much, and that starts a yo-yo, faster, slower, faster, faster, slower. So just inch it up like that, or sometimes you can tap it. That also works great. So we are at 22 knots now. As you can see behind us, the wake is way behind. That means we are on the plane. That means skimming along on top of the water rather than displacing the water. So what we'll do now is we will trim the engine up a little to raise the bow. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the engine note just raised a little bit then. And we're now at 24 knots with no extra throttle. So that is the difference between being well trimmed and being fully hard down with the trim. You get an extra 4 knots of speed, 2 knots of speed. So note the engine, the boat starting to porpoise then. That means too much trim. So if the boat porpoises, just trim it down a notch or 2. And that will just level the boat out, and we're going along at the perfect trim angle then. Another sign of too much trim is when the engine note changes. If it revs up and you lose drive, that means you've got too much trim. I'll try to instigate that now, and then you'll be able to hear it. There you go. Lost drive. The engine is cavitated. So I'll now trim down. There we go. We picked up drive again and the engine note reduced. Now we will go a little faster. If you're going to change position or speed, always look around you before you do so. It's good practice. So we're up at 27, 28 knots now, 29, knots. Generally speaking, with more speed, you can add more trim. So we'll add a little trim now. We've got 32 knots now. We're using about 2/3 of the available trim angle on this boat. Trim, incidentally, if you don't know what it is, it's the angle of the engine. Imagine you've got the boat there, the engine here. It's the angle of the engine on the transom, and it's the point at which the propeller is driving at. If it's driving at that angle, it's going to lift the boat up. If it's driving at that angle, it's going to stick the nose in. And it probably stands to reason with you that if you're at about that angle, the nose is up a little bit, much less wetted surface, much less water, much less friction, which means more speed. So yeah, that's kind of the angle you want to be going along at on most boats. And the way that you adjust that is the trim angle of the engine. You want it as high or as trimmed out as you can, while still maintaining good drive and without porpoising. Another way that you can tell that you've got the right trim is the steering. Sometimes if you've got too much positive trim and it's sticking the nose in, the steering feels very, very heavy, especially one way. Whereas when you've got your trim set just nicely, the steering feels very, very light. And there's no pull to either starboard or to port. That's a really good way of telling whether you've got the right trim angle. Alright, so I'm going to look around me, have a good look around, and I'm going to go and make a turn to port. So I'll come out to the starboard side now to give myself plenty of room over port side. I've looked all around, and we're going to corner at speed. Now, did you hear? The engine note has increased because the engine is lifted out the water a little bit because we're cornering. So I'm just going to give it a bit more negative trim, and that has quietened the engine down perfectly. So when you're cornering, trim down a little bit, and you do that just so you stick the bow in a little when you trim down, which allows the boat to corner better, and also you stop the engine from cavitating, which it is wont to do. I think that's the right English. It is wont to do. It's old English, but I think it's right. Which it is wont to do when the boat is heeled over, because the engine is a bit more out of the water. So, I hope you enjoyed that lesson on trim. I certainly enjoyed delivering it, because we're in a beautiful part of the world right now. That's where I live at the moment, over in the mountains, well at the foothills of the mountains. There's Bangor Pier. Okay, we are about 10 minutes into the run now. I'm going to check wide open throttle, make sure we've got no nasty clumps or bangs, make sure that diesel hasn't done any lasting damage. So as I accelerate, woo, she has got a lot of pickup. We're now flat out, she's going to need a little bit more positive trim. There we go, we are at 45 knots. Got a rib ride bump coming towards us. They've just heeled over to give us way to the starboard side, as they should. I'm going to go over the wake, so I'm going to slow down a bit. I'm going to hit that wake at right angles. Perfect. Well, that worked nicely. That worked nicely. And we're going under Menai Bridge. This has got to be one of the most beautiful bits of coastline in the British Isles. Do you agree, guys? If you know one that's more beautiful, please let me know in the comments. But of course I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to say that this is the most beautiful part of Great Britain. Apparently, if you can navigate through the swellies, this is what the swellies is, by the way. That's Swelly Rock there. This is the swellies. If you can navigate the swellies, he said, then you can navigate any water in the world. I have yet to put that to test. I actually spearfish and I've got plenty of bass along these little sides and in this bit here. Right, let's spin it. This boat performs absolutely beautifully, by the way. Cutting a gorgeous wake, no cavitation. The Finmaster is an absolute belter. Okay, so we're out on the water now. We're running along at 29 knots. The engine has not missed a beat. Knots and has not. Get it? Bit of a pun there. So yeah, this customer complained of a VHF not working properly. So what I'm going to do is deploy the aerial. Always a good idea to deploy the aerial. And I'm going to do a radio check. So the way that you do that is put it on channel 16. Radio check, radio check. This is Finmaster.
Finmaster, this is Holyhead Coast Guard. You are good and readable on channel 16, over.
Thank you, Holyhead Coast Guard, out. And that's how we do that. So the radio is good. I could hear them well. They could hear me well. So we'll turn that off and we'll say that the radio is bob on. So I'm happy that this boat is in good working order for the customer after recovering it from Liverpool, draining all the diesel out, making good, filling it with petrol and delivering back to Porth Daniel Boatyard in Menai Bridge. I'm sure this customer is going to be nice and happy with the job that we have delivered. Well, that's the end of this boat test. The Finmaster passed with flying colours. We took her underneath the swell, under both bridges, around the swellies, and she performed perfectly. So as I wait for the rib ride guys to come pick me up, I will say thank you very much for watching. And if you're in the North Wales area, and you have a problem with a boat or an engine, or you need an engine, and you want the best service in the business by the friendliest guys, we are Bill Hyam Marine. We're based in North Wales and we cover all of North Wales, Anglesey, Gwynedd and a little bit further. We do call out. This one we went and picked up from Liverpool. So yeah, get in touch, start the conversation and hopefully we can help you out. And we also make the most stellar brew in the UK. So if you fancy a brew and a chat, come and see us. Until next time guys, thank you very much for watching and cheerio.